Okay, so we're going to see if we can get this glue to adhere. I didn't use this much, so I'm going to try and work with a little bit of a different application. I've got some already spread a little bit on the back of my foam piece here. So as I pointed out before, this stuff tends to be, it takes a little while to get tacky, like a couple minutes. Set that off to the side. But the way that the instructions say to use it is to, before you try and adhere it, it needs to be a little bit tacky. And this needs to have started to dry a little bit. So I'm going to spread some on here, and they talk about doing this in several layers even. Again, this is a little bit of trial and error sometimes. See how this works. Not all adhesives are created equal, I've found, in my hobby level of use and playing around with this kind of stuff. Some of them are much more difficult to work with than others. This seems to be spreading on, I don't know, as easily as some, but obviously because it doesn't dry very quickly, that is a bit of an advantage if you're trying to work things through. If you're in a hurry, you don't always have time to make things look as nice as you could, but in this case it seems to be cooperating. Except that the second and third layer seem to be wanting to take previous layers off. Maybe I need to wait between layers a little longer or something. See what that's going to do. And really, how tacky does it need to be? That's, you know, in fact, I'll read the instructions here again. It says, shake can before use, which I did. Select spray pattern, which I did. Allow adhesive to dry until tacky and then apply sufficient pressure to ensure complete contact. Test for tackiness by gently touching the adhesive with your knuckle. If the adhesive is tacky and does not transfer to your skin, it is ready to bond. So that might be a little bit longer of a wait than this video is going to allow. Seemed like it was well in excess of 10-20 minutes on this other test I did before it was really seeming like it was getting. See, I'm noticing that I can wipe that off in its current state. That's interesting. Which I don't want to do. I need to apply another layer here, I guess, and not touch it till it gets tacky. Want to stick to my plastic bag though. I do know that this stuff dries very hard, so having a little bit of a good amount between these two pieces of foam, probably not a bad thing. And here's my piece that I glued together earlier today. I mean, it's all but one piece of foam now. There's no way that's coming apart. Pull that off, little outside extra amounts. Okay, I'm going to set that off to the side and hopefully not make too much of a mess here. See, try my little knuckle test. Nope, still a little wet there. It's definitely starting to get more tacky with what's on my plastic. Just got some holes here I'm going to try and almost fill in. And I think that's going to be about as much as we can do at this time until both layers get a little more tacky. So we applied our 1 to 3 even coats of adhesive, 2 surface bonding, spray both surfaces and allow adhesive to dry for at least 1 to 2 minutes. Bonding range 1 to 10 minutes. So we will see how that works once this starts to get a little more tacky. And then we're going to stick them together and see if I can clean up the mess afterwards. So far, it's definitely getting more tacky. Might as well let the camera keep rolling there. See if we can't. I think we're going to get these put together here actually pretty quick. So I think this one is getting to that point. So I'd say maybe a few minutes. Seems like, at least for this particular product. Now I have, as I pointed out before, I've tried this on other foams like this house insulating foam, and it'll eat it. It'll just destroy it. And there's other types of adhesives that will eat this type of foam. So you do want to take your time and double check. You know, do a little test piece to see if the adhesive you intend to use is going to be the right adhesive for the job. You don't want something that's going to be eating the or dissolving, in fact, the foam that you're going to try and adhere to. So, and when I say it when I tested it on some of this stuff, it reduced the volume down by, I mean, there was nothing but a little puddle of goo left. It was pretty incredible what this particular adhesive did to this type of foam. So, again, I've tested this in advance for this this gray foam, and I tested it on our little cutoff piece here, which I'm gonna see. That's what I want to see, is that it's starting to get these little stringers between it as it adheres to it. I can't get it to adhere anymore, but I don't see any deformation, any melting into this foam that they use for the inside of this stock. So should be good. I don't see any reason to not proceed. Our next step here, is it tacky enough though? No, still not quite tacky enough. All right, I'm gonna come back to this in a few minutes.